Today we will be feeding or attempting to feed the bee Amelia. We'll see if she'll take it. Normally she... Oh, she's posing me. I've never seen you pose before. We're gonna leave it in there like that. Is your being asleep still? I can't tell. No, I never said run out. Oh my god. Why don't you come? No. Yes. Yeah, you need to wait. We'll find something to feed with that. I'm gonna say we were gonna try to feed the bee Amelia, but her things aren't quite ready yet. But she's still pretty. My buddy Keegan has a... Actually, while we have her lid off, we take her off, but while we're doing that, we're gonna fix her hide. But my buddy has a B classy that's about the size or half the size of that corkbark hide, and uses this whole thing and can still fit in it. And otherwise, it's about half the size as Rosie, or a little smaller than Rosie, the rose hair. I don't know why I did that. Our winter storm was a hell of one. So I think I'm gonna order in a cool little tool to do an unboxing on. It is a battery generator. Just for the room down here, so I can keep these guys alive and going. This is RB Classy. She hasn't started to show pre-molt yet, or I thought she did. If I can't get her to out a little bit. She just now started to get her colors, her black colors after last molt. This is what they do, or they burrow a lot. They're bulldozers. Same with the Amelia and the Bomai and the Enchromatus. Are not the same family, but the bee Amelia and the bee Bomai are the same family as this. There's a guy that my buddy knows that's breeding bee Aldoradums, and I'm gonna try to snag one of those as a sling. But I am trying to get all the Brachypelmas in females so I can mark them off the list. I had the full family, and then maybe the Nendus, and all the Carabinas and Avics, maybe, I don't know. But I would like to get all the Brachypelmas. But we will have an Aldoratum. And once I get all the Brachypelmas, I would like to do just a Brachypelma video. These are one of my favorite ones besides the Versicolors. She looked like the Amelia at one point, but now she's gotten her carapace and colors. These guys do hunger strike, which she's clearly doing, but she's webbing a lot, so I don't know what she's planning on doing. Her and the B. Amelia, I think, are the same size or a little bigger. I got the B. Amelia first, and then I got her. They were my first. The Amelia was my first Brachy. She was my second. The Bomai is my third, which I already said I should have caught it on takedown because she took it immediate. She took it immediate if it's a she. I should have took a video of my new Versicolor eating because it took a big roach, a dubia, and I did a backflip with it, and it was kind of cool. I should have videoed it. It was like a medium-sized roach. That's perfect for her. No, but I don't know what she does. She just kind of does her own thing. But these guys do love to burrow. I would like to, in the future, when they get about the size of Rosie, get them a new enclosure. I would love to upgrade their enclosure to what Rosie's in and buy 2 of those or 3 even, or do what I have the mascara in at the moment. But I do have an update for you guys. We were doing our rounds, checking our spiders. Lo and behold, a freshly molted Avicularia genesis. That's why she wouldn't eat the last couple videos, is because she was in pre-molt. But we'll do another takedown. I don't know if you can see, but pink toes. So now we have a Nendu Chromatus molt and an Avic molt that need sexed, that are going to my buddy's house. And maybe a Bomai. I'll show you the Bomai. See, he's got a mealworm in his mouth. I just dropped it in and he took it. But what I want to do, if she doesn't dart away, which she frickin' did, damn it, I was gonna say we might be able to feed our Nendu. When I go out of town on the 23rd, I guess I'm gonna have to add superworms to my list. You may be saying, why can't you feed your dubias, or why can't you feed your hissers? Well, hissers are too hard of a shell. I think I may have mentioned that on a previous video or update, I don't know. I'm just checking stuff and feeding stuff as I need to. There's nothing to really do because I already moved snow today. And I spent like, a couple hours out moving snow. wasn't fun. Let me tell you. We will be getting an AVIC female. She'll be going in this enclosure. The AVIC we have now will be going in here. This one Keegan Johnson made. Has ventilation in the top and the sides. It's had a versicolor in it and it's stayed alive and grown out. I have another one for an AVIC male. So it's no biggie. I have 2 of these jars, so. I found out, like, if you keep a container like this to put your webs with mites in it or whatever in your food, just throw your food they don't eat in there. And then dump it out when it gets full. Handiest thing you could ever do. I would never change my mind on that. Best decision I ever made. We are watching Angry Grandpa in the background. But I'm gonna see if I can't get this girl to pop out. If it's a girl. We do have a, if you want to know some stuff on the Nencylhulatus NCI or NNCI, Trinidad olive, comment down below. It is a dwarf species. It is a dwarf species. I'm getting a female in, but we're waiting for it to warm up. She'll have about 25%, if I'm right, gold and 50% olive, but their mom or dad was gold, so I'm planning on snagging 2 gold, 2 olive for growing out. They stay like 2 inches to 3 inches, then they mature faster. But I have a setup for the NCI olive. I can show you when I get done feeding this one. This is our Nendu chromatus. It's getting huge. And once it gets bigger, it's gonna go in one like my dubias are in. The enclosure my dubias are in, she'll go into one, because I'm switching my dubias into a tub as soon as I can get them bigger and grow out. She's not going to be able to stay in here forever, so she'll go in like a container or something. But I haven't messed with her since last molt. But we'll see. See, I squish my head so they don't run and hide. She knows it's there. But it would be awesome if she's a female. I think she is a female, just because of the red and the carapace. And these are our awesome species. They grow fast. If she doesn't get it, she'll eventually get it because they scavenger at night. So I used to only see her at night. And then she's out sometimes during the day. And this is about what I see of her out in the day, or above her cork. Well, that's what I usually see. So we'll see if she'll eat. Okay, the Nendu chromat, or the NCI. Right? So, we got our basic enclosure, Tupperware. Tool of choice. There's nothing in this. What I did is I gave her moist substrate I gave her some plants to web and a hide and whatever to burrow. I might rehouse her into something different where she can burrow and do what she wants to do. Because she's got this much substrate to burrow. She may need more, which is fine. I can put her in something else and rehouse her, whatever. But she is a dwarf. The male is at my buddy Keegan's house. That's supposed to be a female. She will be coming home and he will be coming home after they pair. I'll probably do a video on them. They like their substrate moist. Even though she's not here yet, I've been keeping it moist. She won't be here till spring, probably, or it warms up. So will the Davis Pantaloris and the LP salmon bird eater. The salmon bird eater already has a 10. The LP, that's the LP. The David Pantaloris has an enclosure, and so did the D. Dimentis, and whatever other dwarfs, the other NCIs. I think when we get the NCI slings and they grow out into containers, I think on one of my shelves we're just gonna make a dwarf drawer. And I can either loan males out or buy males, which I'm probably gonna buy them. We haven't started looking for this guy yet for a female because he's not quite mature. But let's see if I can kick his ass out of here. Come on, buddy. I just want to see you. So, we are looking currently. He's mad. He lifted his butt. But we're looking for something for him. Let's see if he'll eat. This is a species you don't want to mess with. But anyways, he has been grown up. If you look up, if you Google SP mascara slings or any pantho, should come up with an orange and kind of orange and blue color one. So it should come up as them, but they have black stripes on their butt and they're orange and blue. If I can do a slideshow of one of them growing up from what they are to now, I would. I'm not that smart on technology. Here's our female Caribbean University. As you can tell, she was feasting last night and webbing and doing a lot of stuff, which is good. We're happy she's webbing. She's making her tornado web. I've been keeping her stuff moist. It might be a little too moist. But when I got her, I thought she was a little dehydrated. So I was gonna give her a little more moisture. But I need to let it dry out quite a bit. And then when she molts, I will get it that wet again. I don't know if you can see that. The black things right there are her veins. My phone won't focus, but that's her veins. I would like to upgrade this enclosure to either an exo or a magnetic herbiculture or something, because I don't really like these enclosures a whole lot, because you have to like hot glue them to get them to stay together or whatever. They suck. But for Peach, it's been working well for the little ones. It doesn't warp, but that one is warping. So I've got to order one in and we'll do a rehouse on her. There's a lot we need to do. But it's projects. If I get money and I'll do it. But the first thing we're going to order in, I'm going to see if I can order stuff in to start the loan project. And I can order in that generator. It's $120, but it's $155 with tax up here because we're 6.8 or 6.9. So I'm gonna get that. It can run in the house. It doesn't run on gas. I was looking for one that was battery because I needed to plug into my power strip, so I got a 300 watt instead of 121. So I can run my power strip, so it's more, and run my TV and my computer. But if I don't post in a week or something, because we lost power and we don't have any freaking Wi-Fi. But I will eventually when we do. Or if I can. Our green bottle blue has been busy at work, webbing a lot. I gave her water the other day. Oh, I didn't notice she was out. There's her little feet. She is a juvenile female, so she'll be paired when she gets bigger. Here's Rosie. She's doing fun with the new enclosure and webbing and making stuff the way she likes. She doesn't even... I'll have to give her water later. This is one I don't get. In December, she started webbing Kevy. And she ate once and hasn't ate since. And I watered and thought she was in pre-molt. So, her substrate is a little moist because I thought she was in pre-molt, but I gave her a super worm. I don't know where the hell it went. Probably fell down in her hole that way, but she'll find it. We'll have to do a night video when everything is out. This is an S-Cal. She's only out at like 4 in the morning. Hard to find. You can see her in the side of the enclosure sometimes, but she likes to hide. She is mean. Pissy didn't eat his worm we gave him the other day, so I pulled it. And then this is our reptile shelf. Show our Pac-Man, hermits, leopard gecko, alone, and then my fish tank. So this will get an upgrade, that'll get an upgrade, she'll get an upgrade, and the alones won't. But I'm hoping to maybe condense this down to one shelf, or 2 shelves. But it's okay if I can't, because he's getting a 10-gallon. It's already in a 10, but I want to get him a 10-gallon EXO. Or I might just go through and redo his whole enclosure and just buy stuff because I already have the enclosure to do it. The hermit crabs are gonna need a new enclosure. I might switch lids. I might put that lid on top of there and that lid down there. And then Rosie, the Leo, will be getting a rehouse, a 20-gallon tank, custom, with slate and whatever. That's why, so these purple lights are grow lights. So any like plants we have in there, they'll grow because I have the grow lights. They'll also be on. This has a grow light and a cool light. I'm gonna have to clean the fish tank because it's got shit crap on the filter. So if you guys want to see stuff on my reptiles, hermit crabs, my leopard gecko, my fish, I have 2 fish tanks, or if you have any questions on my reptiles, whatever, comment down below. I'll do a video on hermit crab care. I'll do a video on Pac-Man. I'll do a video on leopard gecko. I'll do a video on fish and what to do if you're interested. All you gotta do is ask. The alone build, I'm all new to alone, so it might take a little while before I come out with the care video. But everything else is I can do pretty much. There's your damn zip tie, Gilly Bean, that you were giving me crap on the other day when you texted me. I hate the zip ties. That's the only one that worked and stayed. But see, I stole the things from this grocery store that you tie bags with. I don't know if I have any on the floor. There you go, those green ties. Dang. I know my room's a mess, I need to clean it. Yeah, I stole like 2 hands full of these from the store to tie those lights up. But I'm gonna give you a helpful tip of the day with these, so it helps you out. If you get these when you're buying a fish tank or with your reptile stuff, like say you buy a new fish tank filter, any heater, okay? Oops, it's a mess, I know, I need to clean this. So, here, I'm gonna face the camera towards me. I don't know what you guys can see or what you can't see, but I'm hoping you can see. Oh yeah, you can, right where I'm working. Great. So, when you get your new fish tank filter, heater, and whatnot, it comes with one of these, right? Or a black tie, right? If you don't have them, you can go buy them at your local store. Or steal them at your local store when you go. But what I like to do with mine is I save them. Because there's a use. There's a practical use for these. And there's a life hack for these that they give you them for. And not a lot of hobbyists or aquarium keepers or anybody talk about them. Like nobody will tell you. So what I like to do, you know how when you have your cords all kind of everywhere and it's a mess? I guess they're not really a mess in here because I have them fed through my thing and up, you know? Here's an example. I mean, this isn't bad, but if it's way worse, I'm going to show you how to fix that problem. Say you have a fish tank where you have cords everywhere and they're just like a bush, or they span out and they're like a mess. Like this. Here, I'll give you an example. Say this is our fish tank. And you have cords that are like this sticking out everywhere. And you go, I want to pretty it up. What can I do to make it pretty? So everything is connected and tied together, so if I had to replace it, I can. Say no more. I've got your life hack that nobody talks about. What you do is you take one of these ties. You can use 2 or 1 depending on how big it is. You might only need 1 if it's those huge ones that I come with. You just simply go through like this tie your cables off. And you work your way down. Okay? Because what does that do? See how they're all nice and pretty and tight together so you know where they're at? You can tell what they are. Because then, the only problem with it is, oh, I need to replace my filter or my heater because it quit. You'd have to undo it and put your new one on, but that's not that hard to do. Because see how this makes it look a lot slicker and cleaner and more appealing and a lot cleaner looking than it is? It helps out. I use it on all my fish tanks. I use it on all my reptile stuff, except I didn't do it on here. I've been needing to. I probably won't. That's because I have the holes, but I see how you can tie your cords together and it looks a lot cleaner and they're grouped together to where they're not all like everywhere like a ball, and they're not. So what this hack does is you get your cords together and basically you find them so they're not tangled up or a tangled mess, and you just start tying them together so they're clean and nice. So that way if you have to replace something, you can pull that individual cord out that you need and replace it and put the new cord in there and just retie it together. I learned this from a guy, when was it? 4 years ago at Petco. In the aquatic department, and he did reptiles. Because I had told him I had a mess. I had a mess with my cords. And he goes, oh, I know how to fix that problem. He goes, I do this at my house. I said, what? He goes, I take zippy ties like this, like your bread ties, or this, your produce ties, and I just tie them together. And it cleans it up real nice. And if you need to replace something, you just undo it and put your new cord in and it fixes it. And I stood there thinking for a little bit. I thought, my God, this guy's a freaking genius. And I tried it at home. I'm like, holy shit, he wasn't kidding. This is like practical. Like it cleans everything up. This doesn't count. It's a thermometer for the hermit crabs. But you see how it cleans it up and makes it look nice? Like that's freaking amazing. That's your helpful tip for today. We'll sign out of here with Chunkers, the male Pac-Man frog. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like for more, comment down below what you want to see or what your next helpful tip should be if you want me to say it, or if there's anything you want to know. I can go into more detail on future builds if you want. I can tell you how our storm's doing with the snow. Thanks for watching. Bye.